Welcome to another episode of the Men's Physique Show. Off the stage, I have my brothers, my two great hosts, starting from the down under. My boy, Phil Naselli, the Australian voice of Men's Physique. Avon, let's go.
Hop around, Phil. Hop around now. Come on.
Then, hailing out of Reno, soon to be Thailand, my boy, your boy, the heartbeat of Men's Physique, McGravy, McGrath, let's go.
Let's go, Hot.
And out of Hotlanta, your boy, the Gaffer, Aline Bolton, the IFBB Pro Masters. Happy to be here and can't wait to kick stuff off. Let's get after it. What you got, Hart?
Let's go. 3 weeks out of the Arnold Classic. Before we get into seeing how the athletes are doing, Phil, how the F are you doing?
Doing well, man. We've had a big day today. And I'm super excited for today's one. Like you said, 3 weeks to go before the big dance. I can't believe how fast it's coming around. And, you know, the updates are, they're coming in hot, which is good. And there are a couple of guys that have gone into dark mode, but there's plenty to talk about in today's episode, man. I can't wait to get into it.
Shout out to the Horde. You guys are killing it on our numbers. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you would like to be our 14,000th subscriber, we're a few clicks away. So whoever wants to do that and make that happen, we're at 13.9 by the time this video comes out. You guys are always going to pull through. We know we're going to be at 14K when we watch this Monday, February 16th. But let's get into some breaking news. Speaking about going dark, and we'll get into this guy going dark, I want to talk about our 3-time Men's Physique Mr. Olympia champ. He's already won an Arnold Classic title. He threw up this photo the other day, and I don't care if you're Eman, I don't care if you're Ben, Dilson, Dayu, you name it. This is going to make you feel some type of way. The Gaffa, I'm going to throw it over to you first. What does this picture say?
This picture says, I am literally cut from a comic book. Like, I am a comic book action figure. If Brandon Hendrickson's abs, they're not washboards. They're like the mountain where the river stream comes down. Because look at his side obliques. Like, you could just see water cascading straight down there. Pause. And I gotta say, his intercostal muscles, his anterior serratus, his obliques, the abs that are so symmetrical. To me, he's got probably the best front shot in the game because of the bubbly chest and the cap shoulders, but that core is just phenomenal. And I gotta say, man, like, literally, he said this was going to be the smallest his waist is going to be. I can see this clearly, that this is probably going to be the smallest his waist has ever been when he hits the stage. The shoulder to waist ratio is going bananas. I mean, Avon, what are you seeing here?
The first thing I'm seeing is Yoda Hill. And now I know why he's called Yoda, because I honestly thought it was because of, him being the Star Wars-like figure, Yoda. I want to know how tall Yoda Hill actually is, because I actually just looked up how tall Brandon Hendrickson is. And Brandon is 5'8". Now, I don't know how old this is. I don't know how accurate this is, but he's 5'8". What do you guys reckon Yoda is based on that?
I'm going to look at Brandon's shoes and say maybe the shoes have a little bit of a platform to them, a little bit, but they're in the Converse style. So normally you sit a little lower, but I think they might be a dark sport special with a thicker sole. So I'm going to say Brandon's probably 5'8", 5'9" in this picture, and Yoda's probably 5'5", 5'6". What do you guys think?
What do you reckon, Hot?
I don't know. It looks pretty rough from here. Phil, you ain't afraid of any smoke today. I love it. You calling out one of the best coaches of all time about his height. I laid off of it. Phil went right into it. I love it.
I'm going. You know what? I think I'm a little bit more refreshed than you boys. It's only 2:10 in the PM here. It's a little bit later for you guys, but I'm not going to take anything away from. I'm not going. I've had a couple of coffees today. But no, Yoda Hill's an awesome coach. Yoda, shout out. We love what you're doing with all your athletes, and even more so with Brandon here. But let's talk about the main topic of conversation, Brandon Hendrickson. Brandon looks good, and he knows he looks good. I mean, when you see B uploading photos and videos as frequently as he has been over the last couple of weeks, like, You know this guy is ready to rock and roll. You know this guy knows that he's in shape, but he wouldn't be complacent. There is absolutely no thought in my mind that Brandon thinks that he's got this in the bag. I know that he's hungry. We spoke to him a couple of weeks back, and this guy has that champion mentality where, even though he's uploading things and even though he is the front runner, he doesn't let that get to him. He just puts in the work day in, day out. We know he's Mr. Consistent. Everyone on that pro circuit knows he's Mr. Consistent. And, I know that he's going to be even more consistent in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, he's got great range too in that it looks like a Panada incline press, ISO incline press. Man, great range. That's no joke. That machine is heavy as hell too, by the way. I don't know if you boys ever used it, but that machine, you put no weight on it and it feels heavy. So he's got, it looks like a 45 and a quarter on it. Like he started with a quarter and then just threw the 45 on the outside of it. That's a lot of damn weight, for that machine. So yeah, Brandon ain't no punk. That's for sure. He's a strong dude. And case in point, look at that picture. I mean, he's ready. He's ready for war.
Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Whoever wants to attack it first. We see him training back very hard. Obviously, looks good in this downward lighting, kind of the goon lighting. Very grainy, very, the muscle looks very mature. It looks like he's been doing this for 20 plus years. Here's a raw check-in that he's given us. Doesn't look like there's any edits on it, and he looks amazing. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Liam, I'll throw it over to you first. What do you think of his back? I'm going to pause it where I think he's kind of posing it, where he's actually set. And do you see any improvements?
Right there, I mean, I see the improvements on the upper lat. So that whole rear delt area going down into the upper lats, you can see it's wider. He's clearly been working that. I know he wants to get those lower lats up. You can see that there's like, they kind of protrude out a little bit, those lower lats. But the shape isn't on the Ryan Terry. The thickness isn't on the Emanuel Hunter level. Ebanks level. Dilson Espindola has an incredible back that's like has the shape and the thickness. I think Brandon next year, if he takes the time off after this year and after the and just goes balls to the wall on his back like he kind of is right now, I think we're gonna see like a day and night version of his back by next year. I don't know. I think he's got enough this year with the back and the front shot to win. I think it's enough, but I think he's going to have to just continue doing 2, back days twice a week in order to really come up and be ready for the Olympia, because the judges are now looking. The judges now understand that that's his weakness, and they got to see it come up for them to give him props for the back. Everything else is fluid, but yeah, I would say his back has definitely come up. It's not like he has a shabby back, but just compared to those top guys, that's what we're talking about. It's more about when he's compared to the top 10 dudes, where did you stand next to them? Front, no problem at all. Front, he can take, if not everybody, maybe one person can beat him on the front shot. But when it turns to the back, that's when, his numbers start to slip a little bit. And glad that he's doing a lot. The Hendrickson squeeze definitely helps to build the hype. It looks like he's got abs on his back. Like the striation is crazy. That Christmas tree is crazy. But just need that thickness, and those lower lats just need to be a little bit more bubbly and thicker, in my opinion. What do you boys see?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think, Hart? Because you've been obviously following Brandon and his career for years now, and you've been able to see the improvements year on year. With every Olympia that he's competed at. What are your thoughts on where his back is today in comparison to the 2025?
Yeah, and tell me if you agree or disagree with me here, Avon. When he first posted this, and he turned around, he started flexing, I did see a little bit of improvement. My honest eye did see a little bit of an improvement, and like he's saying, boys, we've been saying this. We said it last week. We've been saying he's doing bedroom check-ins. Like, it doesn't get any more raw than this. When he started moving around and posing his back, I did see a little improvement. I think what I want to ask you, Phil, back at you is, do you think this is going to translate to the stage? Do you think we're going to see a better back when it comes to on stage?
I think I think we're going to see a better back. Is it going to be a dramatic difference from 2025, 2026? I don't think it's going to be that huge of a difference. I mean, it's only been 4 or 5 months, or probably less, 4 months since the last Olympia. And, Brandon doesn't really give himself a massive off season. Obviously it's going to take a bit of time for that back to come up, but in that short period of time, I wouldn't see a whole heap of difference. I would expect to see some changes, but not nothing, extraordinary, so to speak.
I want to just add, with that pose that he does where he puts his arms out almost like a crucifix when he turns around, that transition, I don't think he should do that. I think it makes his back look small when he does that initially. And it takes a while for him to get into it. Right here, like right there, I think that pose might not be the best. Maybe if his arms, if he could keep those lats flared out wide when he turns around, again, it's what the judges see. See, like once he sets it, it looks good. But as he transitions into it, the lats are so pulled in until he opens up. It's like they're already thinking your back is not the greatest in comparison to the other athletes. I wouldn't give them any ammunition to ding you. Me personally speaking. But he's the champ. He's won it 3 times, the O, and he's won the Arnold before. So, there's that. But in my opinion, I would just be very conscientious of that.
I got to say, he's looking really like full the last couple. I don't know if you saw I think it was a check-in that he did today after his cheat meal. It was an Instagram story that he did after his cheat meal. This guy looked full. 3 weeks out. I think he had burger and fries last night or something like that. But he looks big, round, and bubbly.
Yeah. Look at that picture, bro.
Look at the delts. Look at the delts. Look at the arms.
Crazy. His delts go crazy. And the tricep coming right. You see the separation with the delt and the tricep and the biceps and the forearms. Yeah, he's ready, bro. He's ready for war.
2 hours ago as well, guys. Whoa.
2 hours ago. Holy shit. Imagine how he's looking now. He's probably looking even better.
Even better.
Or maybe ran through his system. I don't know. I'm sure that metabolism is crazy. B, we're rooting for you, brother. Aleem's going to be in the building. Got to catch up with our boy. You look incredible. If Neil Yoda Hill asks, make sure you tell him Hart said he was like 5'7" in this photo, not whatever Phil said.
I just said he was 6'2". I just said how tall Brandon was. I thought Yoda was 7.
Boys, let's switch gears real quickly before we go back into the Arnold Classic, guys. The wonderful men's physique community, the Horde, you guys have been flooding our DMs with Jaheed, Hassan, Shuvo, the men's physique Wolverine. The Wolverine of men's physique has finally arrived in 2026, and the fact that he only has 4,000 followers is an issue. I want either Aleem or Phil. I'm going to ask you guys, who wants to blow this guy up so we can create some content? Who wants to start this off and bring this guy to the world? Who wants to do it? I need a big one. Let's go. Let's hear it. Let me hear this thing. Ready?
The Bangladesh Wolverine coming straight to you, fully striated, with the washboard abs, cap shoulders. This dude looks amazing. For someone out of Bangladesh, the guy's physique, you can just tell he's been working on it. Something fierce. I like how wait, where is it? There's I don't know if it's this video, but there's another video that he has. He's bubbly in the chest, he's bubbly in the shoulders. He's got great striations, great abs, great back. I like everything about this guy. I think that he's got a personality too that's going to be infectious. I think he's got a type of personality that's really going to, like, look at this, running like Wolverine with the one iPod piece in his ear.
Holding back shit.
Not holding back, ready for the movies. This dude looks great, man. He looks great. Definitely conditioning in that last show has to come up. If he's going to come to the States and whatnot and or compete against the top tier athletes, conditioning has to come up a little bit more. But from that last show, but he looks great, man. I'm happy for this guy. What you got, Avon?
Go, Avon. What you got?
The first thing I want to say is Hugh Jackman. You better watch out, mate. You better, because this guy's about to eat your heart out. I don't know why they haven't called him up in case they're of a replacement or a stump double or something. But yeah, Hugh Jackman better be careful because this guy might be, clicking at his heels in the next X-Man verse, or what is it, Wolverine versus Deadpool movie. But I don't know how more people don't know about this guy. I don't know how I've recently found out about this guy because I don't know how he's only got 4,000 followers as well. Like, this guy should be like the Bangladesh icon or something.
We're gonna blow him up. Bro,
we're gonna blow him up.
Watch.
We have to blow this guy up. But like in terms of shape, like and conditioning, like this guy looks good. I mean, there was a snippet of a show. I don't think this guy's a pro. He's not a pro, is he? Is he more of an amateur?
Yeah, I don't believe he's a pro. I think he's a pro. No.
But there was a snippet where he looked freaking dialed. No, he's winning shows. He's got a good look. He's got a. I'm gonna put it out there, and I reckon this guy might be in a movie in the next couple of years. If movie directors aren't looking at this guy, think about how much money you would save from AI technology, and this guy doesn't need AI. He's ready to rock and roll. Just put a superhero costume on him and he's throw him straight into the movie set. But nah, man, this is good. I like this type of thing. I like this type of footage, and I hope this guy blows up in the next 24 hours.
And you see his jacket with the Wolverine claw.
Yeah,
on the jacket. Yeah, he's owning it. He's not running from the look. He's like, this is my look. Give me the Wolverine props. I'm ready to go.
I don't blame him.
If he's anything like Wolverine, though, he's better have some fight in him. That's for sure. Because going up against a lot of the athletes that are overseas right now that we're seeing coming out of Asia, a lot of the athletes obviously here in the States and just abroad, period, look phenomenal. So I would say continue to bring up that chest. The conditioning has to be out of this world, peeled, and he'll be all right, and bring the waist down a little bit. But I like what we're looking at. Let's give him some love.
Yeah, we got to give this guy some love. I can't wait for that reel. Let's go back to the Arnold Classic, boys. Just got off an interview with Edvon may not like me saying this, but this may be the new king of Brazil. We're going to have to find out. I heard Edvon dropped out of the Arnold because he heard Dillson was coming. Is that true, Aleem?
No, I wouldn't say that.
No? Okay.
Edvon is never scared of smoke. So, no, I would definitely not say that about Edvon. But Dillson, look at his back, bro. Like, thick back, thick lats. Pause. I mean, his back looked really good before. It looks great right now. Look how small the waist is in comparison to the lats, the lower lats, the upper lats, everything. His rear delts look incredible. Everything is just there, and this is just him chilling. This is just him turning around, having the lats, maybe flexed a little bit here and not much else. This is not even his pose when he faces the curtain. So, boys, I'm telling you, this guy can shake up the entire Arnold. He's got that Ryan Terry look for sure. I mean, he is the Brazilian Ryan Terry, as we all know. We call him that. Jusum, as his friends call him. We call him that now because we're pals. He's one of the brothers. So Jusum, look at that. See the difference? Look at the difference in his lats, bro.
Is that in 12 months? What's this transformation?
Yeah, 10 months. Yep, 10 months.
Jeez.
10 months.
Man, this is good because I don't know if many people out there know this, but Dillson only got his pro card, I think, less than 12 months ago. It might have even been midway through last year. And, that's why I wanted to know when this transformation was, because the amount of improvements this guy has made from the amateur to the pro ranks is insane. We've spoken about it so many times on the show. Like, he had the capabilities to knock off number 5, 3-time 5th place Olympia finisher Edvon Palmeira in one of the biggest shows in Brazil only in November last year. So if that's anything to go by, how much potential does this guy have? And even more so, how scared should other Olympians competing in 3 weeks' time how scared should they be of Dillson, standing toe-to-toe with him? You can see the improvements he made in 10 months. What are we going to see in the next 3 weeks? Could he knock out some more big-name Olympians in Ohio in like I said, in a couple weeks' time?
Would you boys look at him beating Edvon kind of like when Buster Douglas beat Mike Tyson, and you go, Buster Douglas was fighting for something bigger than himself, right? Because he had just lost his mom, and she was on her deathbed, and she said, "Go out and win," right? And then he went and fought Tyson, and Tyson was like, "Hey, I'm Tyson. I got other things going on right now." So his head wasn't really. He thought it was going to be a walk in the park. We know Edvon didn't think it was a walk in the park. Obviously, he had the issues he had with his house, the dogs, the house, the ceiling coming in, his boy, all that stuff that happened that he mentioned on our show when we interviewed him. But Dillson, as he mentioned on earlier today, it's bigger than him. It's not just him stepping on stage for him. It's bigger than that. And you guys got to tune in. The Horde, you have to watch this interview because he really, really opened up and opened his soul up to us as to why, he competes with the ferocity that he does. So I think that when it's bigger than you, you put that type of work in and you see results like him, and then you get the results from the judges that you get, right? Like you could tell he's sacrificing. He is totally dialed in, and he's prepared to take himself further than he probably otherwise would if it was just about him. Again, it's bigger. So.
Yeah. And the story that this guy's got as well, like from where he started to where he is today, and the roadblocks and obstacles and that he needed to overcome to get him to this point. Not a lot of people would be able to go through and walk in Dilson's shoes, but for him to overcome a lot of adversity, and now be invited to one of the biggest bodybuilding stages in the world is so cool to see, and he's so deserving of this opportunity as well. And I know he's going to take advantage of it. He's going to grab the opportunity with both hands, and like I said, to be standing next to some of the best Olympians in the world, this is an opportunity that he'll never forget.
Couldn't agree more, boys. Dillson, like Aleem says, the trajectory is almost like a straight up and down line. The fact, Phil, that you said he turned pro not even 12 months ago, like, bro, very, very excited for you, Dillson.
Brazilian Ryan Terry.
We're 3 weeks out, baby. Let's go on to the next breaking news. We're going to go into another generic Ryan Terry, except this one, Avomp, I'm going to throw it to you first. Out of Hungary, we have the Hungarian Ryan Terry. He goes by the name of Tamas Godo, IFBB Pro. And I want you to tell me what you think of this look. Is this the Hungarian Ryan Terry? Is that what we're looking at?
You can definitely see the comparisons between him, Dillson, and Ryan. Like, these guys look all very, very similar. Like, the way they all hit this Superman pose. Does he have the same abs as Ryan? I think his are a little... I mean, they're not as symmetrical as Ryan's. I think Ryan's are a little bit more symmetrical. He's just got that distension in the middle. His are kind of like off a little bit. But I can definitely see the similarities. The guy's also got a set of wheels. If you go back to that check-in photo look at this. He's got a nice set of wheels on him as well. I mean, give him a couple more years. If he puts a bit more size on those quads, I mean, could we see him, replace the board shorts for some, classic trunks? We never know. Maybe not. But look at the way that the quads actually pop from the rear shot as well. Like, he's got a really nice physique. Is he competing anytime soon? Does he have any?
I don't know, brother. That's a really good question, because I would love to see Pro Card win. Let's look at this post.
Yeah.
Pro Card win. I wonder when this was. Okay, it's going to bring me to another site. Pro Card win. Interesting. Looks like a newer pro. IFBB Pro Card. How about we just look at, June 2025, he turned pro. So it hasn't even been a year that he's been pro.
He's one to watch coming up. Obviously, he has a lot of improvements that he's going to need to make. Like, that back has to come up tremendously before you can be compared to Ryan Terry and Dillson. I think that's probably one of the weaker parts of him is the back when we talk about the comparisons right now. But as he continues to put more density on the back, as he continues to, put more width on it, it's gonna look very, very impressive. He's got those staggered abs you were talking about, Phil, similar to Ryan, versus those really, really dialed in symmetrical abs like Dillson has or Brandon has, where they just, here's the line and there's just one right in the middle and it's one ab here, one ab right here, versus, kind of off a little bit, So those staggered abs definitely are, it's genetics. It is what it is. But I want to see this guy definitely continue to improve. Welcome to the club. See how he does.
I like this. Beyond the Stage TV and Men's Physique News collab. They say next week, Tomas starts his prep going into his official rookie season after securing and dominating IFBB Pro status last year in Spain. For sure, one to watch. And then here you go. Ryan Terry himself says definitely one to watch. So you got the king saying he's going to be watching you. If that doesn't motivate you and pump you up, I don't know what will. Very, very exciting. Phil, you got anything else on this guy?
I was going to say, he definitely has a men's physique look. Like, even that first pin photo there, like, just looking at we all know that there is an element where you need to look a certain way to be a great men's physique athlete. Yes, you need to have the physique and you need to have the lines and, obviously adhere to a certain criteria. But I think the face and the look and the hair and the smile, that all plays a massive part as well. And this guy definitely fits the mold. I mean, I don't know if he's single, but if he is, he's going to have a lot of females chasing him on that IFBB Pro Circus. Got to be careful for the bikini girls, mate.
No, I'm sitting in his way. I want him to battle that adversity. I said, I see you, bro, 3 days ago. He said, Hart McGrath, thank you, sir. Am I the Hungarian Ryan Terry? My brother, there will be a reel made for you specifically addressing this. Yes, you are, out of every single male in Hungary, you resemble Ryan Terry the most. You are the Hungarian Ryan Terry, especially with this front pose, especially like the Gaffa said, with the kind of like the staggered abs, give you a dope, unique look. The muscles there continue to improve. Yalim talked about the back and just, lay off the body parts that you don't need to make too strong. Balance should be your middle name. Your new name, bro, should be Tamas Balance Godo, the Hungarian Ryan Terry. We're excited for you, brother. Very, very special. We love to see rising talent come out of nowhere onto the scene. Have a very, very successful rookie season. We will be watching for sure.
Hold up. Hold up.
Let him know, Phil. Let him know.
Guys, like Hart said, we're that close to 14,000 subscribers. If you want to be the 14,000th subscriber, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Like I said, in many episodes, the horde continues to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. And now with the Arnold Classic only 3 weeks away, now's your opportunity to jump on board the Men's Physique Show train. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, like the video, head over to our Spotify, follow us in there as well. And if you could do a massive favor, take a photo of today's episode, screenshot it, add it to your IG story, tag the Men's Physique Show official, Hart McGrath, Aleem Bolton, Phil Naselli, and we'll share that on our page as well. Hart, subscribe. Back to the episode.
Love it.
Hit him with the subliminals also.
Right, I love the subliminals. By the way, boys, we've been showing a lot of men's physique guys, and if you compete in men's physique, I highly recommend wearing Manifest. Dillson is our Manifest brother, and we've interviewed a lot of guys who are part of the Manifest team. You want to be a part of Manifest. It's the best stage short in the world right now, and they're going to take over in 2026. And they're led by two amazing guys with Dorian and Alex. But let's talk.
We're gonna have a special episode in a couple of days' time.
Yeah, we get to open the box.
We get to open the boxes.
We're opening the boxes. It's going down, folks. You'll see.
Let's talk about this guy who looks like he's I can't tell if that's sweat. All I know, this guy's working hard. 3 weeks out, Avon, Arnold Sports. He said, I've been out of my element for 2 weeks, and we still are on track. He tags his new coach, no longer working with his old coach. His new coach, this will be their first prep together, which is the Arnold Classic. Yes, Phil, I want you to talk about the physique, but before you get into the physique, Avon, what do you think having a new coach going into the Arnold Classic? Is this a good thing? What's going to happen? What's the dynamic? What's going on here?
I mean, it's Will, right? Will Sage, he's worked with? Yeah. He hasn't had a lot of time to really figure out Eman's body. Obviously with Mike, he was with Mike for a long period of time, and Mike was able to work out what worked and what didn't work and how to peak him, so on and so forth. I think he has had enough time to really start to understand Emanuel's body, what he what's the word I'm looking for? What he kind of what he adapts to, what he doesn't adapt to, what works for him, what doesn't work for him. His biggest test now is going to be how is he going to peak Emanuel, because Mike did say that on his whole roster when he was a coach, Emanuel was the man who he found extremely hard to peak. And who knows, maybe Will has something in his toolbox that will be the edge. Might peak Emanuel better than what Mike ever did. We don't know. We're going to find out in a couple of weeks' time. But it is always a bit of a challenge. Obviously, the more time that you have with a client, the more you'll understand that client and how they work. But all's going to be revealed in 3 weeks' time.
Agreed. I had if Eman was with Mike still, I'd be very confident saying that he's going to be in that 1-2 slot because, just knowing how that prep is going to go. But that prep is really the unknown. And like Mike said, and to your point, Phil and Hart, like it's hard to prep and peak Emmanuel because genetically he's just got all these gifts. So it takes to food and it takes to salt and water a little bit differently than your average athlete because he's not average. This guy is an anomaly. Super bubbly. He said what? He's the lowest Saiyan in his family, right? He's the lowest tier out of all the Saiyans in his family, right? And he looks like this. So that just tells you the genetic phenoms that are over there. Like, they were built in a lab or something, I like his left core and his again that whole side, all those obliques and anterior serratus look really good on him on that side. That side not so much. That right side not as much as of right now. Super bubbly, super great cap shoulders. Do not work those arms. Let them arms just chill so that they can continue to streamline into those shoulders and they don't come in too big. Chest looks great. Back is going to knock everybody out the world, of course. It's just that core. And everybody he's going up against right now, I mean, they're going to be dialed in. I mean, they know that going up against Eman, the only thing that you can try to do is beat him in your conditioning because you're not going to beat him in the chest. You're probably not going to beat him in the back. Your options are the core, your posing, how dialed in you are, the stage presence, and he's got great stage presence and he's got really, really good posing. So, there's that too. Tan, it's the little things that you can control. That's it. That's the only things that are going to give you a shot against this guy. But he looks phenomenal, man. And I can't wait to see how he places because I mean, we're rooting for him. This is our boy. And I just think that he's going to take this if given the opportunity and he wins and he owns the stage. If given that opportunity, bro, like look at that 2 weeks difference right there in his back. Look how much dialed in his back has gotten. Jeez. And the chest. I mean, we still got another 3 weeks. Nothing matters until you hit that stage, in that moment. Let's see, but man, if he wins, that Hunter Classic is going to be crazy.
And one more thing on Eman, because a lot of people might not know this, but he's actually prepping on the road right now. Like he's out of his comfort zone, he's out of his element. He's been in another state, I think, over the last couple of weeks, prepping and doing his thing over there. I know he's doing something else over there. But yeah, to be away from home for a long period of time and still be able to stay on track. Obviously, he hasn't been with Liz the last couple of weeks as well. And we all know how important, that partner is in your life to keep you on track, keep you accountable. And we know, the type of individual Liz is, and she has very, very high expectations of Eman. So to have that not with you this close to a show could be a bit of a factor, but it's good to see that he's still, he's still putting in the work. He's making progress. He's made really, really good progress. We saw the comparison, the 5 week out to the 3 week out, and he's looking better and better and better with every update that we see. And he's not shying away from the progress photos. He's putting it out there. He's putting it on show. He wants these other competitors to see what he's doing and say, hey, if you want to beat me, this is the guy you need to beat. So he's not scared to put it out there. But I'm looking forward to Eman and seeing him jump on stage in 3 weeks.
Well said, Phil. Well said.
100%. Gaff, I'm going to throw it over to you. If there's another guy that can really shake up that top five and surprise a lot of people, I like Barack, man. I think he brings a level of just gnarliness that I think the judges are going to really appreciate. Here's some of the latest physique updates from Barack Ozkul, the two-time Olympian coming out of Turkey, San Antonio Pro, Texas Pro champ. I mean, this guy's won big time shows. What do you think of his physique latest update?
Bro, first of all, he's out of Turkey, so I got to begin with the Birakanka. All right. What's going on, Barack? This dude is saran wrap conditioned. Like he is just so freaking conditioned, bro. He's got to bring that chest up. Like that middle chest and upper shelf has to come up. For him to be in competition and be in the conversation with these guys, with the top 5 guys that are going to be at this Arnold, he has to bring that up. Because, I mean, if you look at the top 5 guys, he's got as good or better conditioning than the top 5 guys that we're assuming are going to be in that top 5. But he's lacking in that chest a little bit. Again, the shelf and the middle chest. And then when he turns to the back is not as pronounced as those top 5 guys. So I think that's, the stage presence has to be there. Everything has to be dialed in. He cannot miss a single beat. He has to be so on that day and just hope that, some of the guys are off and then he's in there like swimwear. But I think this year is a great year for him to plant the seeds, see where he stands, continue to make a name for himself, make a name for Turkey, and then, come in next year like Ataturk and just dominate. If he can come in and just run shows and do his thing, I think his name is just going to grow that much more. Right now, people are checking for him. Everyone's looking at Barack like, yo, this guy has something special about him. His body, his genetic structure is very unique. The muscle clarity is there. You see everything. You see the vascularity everywhere, in the lats, everywhere. Like the guy is right on the cusp. Again, just needs to bring that back up, bring that chest up. The arms look great. The abs and the obliques, the everything intercostal, everything else looks great. The exterior, interior, intercostal, all looks good. Just continue. And he's got pretty decent legs. I would say he's got to bring up those quads. We talked about that before on the show. He's got to continue to bring up those quads, and he's got to bring up the chest and bring up the back, and then he'll be in the game. That's all I can see that he would need. But he could take it, man. He comes in full. That food will do wonders for you the day of the show. That food can make or break you, bro. So
yeah,
what do you guys reckon?
I really like Barack's look, to be honest with you. I there's just something about it. It's just really, really nice to look at. He's got nice flow, nice structure. To your point, Aleem, there are a couple of weaknesses that still need to be brought up. But in my opinion, I think Barack could be the guy that exposes a lot of people. We know that he's going to be arguably one of the most conditioned guys on that stage. And if you don't come in conditioned enough, you might think you're conditioned, but when you stand next to Barack, he might make you look like you're 3 weeks out, 4 weeks out on show day.
Right.
So
Facts.
I'm looking forward to seeing this guy jump on stage. In my eyes, I feel like he could be a dark horse. He could be. I mean, we've always spoken about who we think may be in the top 5, and for a lot of people, Barack's never in that conversation. We've always got Brandon and Andrei and Vitor and Eman and Benquil. Barack's never in that conversation. But if one of these guys are caught slipping, I feel like he could be a guy that jumps him and takes a spot over these top 10 Olympians. What do you reckon?
I agree. And I agree, boys. He's definitely my dark horse. And another thing that we need to bring up is he has that Mr. Olympia look. He has that marketable look. He has that look where, who do you want to represent the men's physique division from head to toe? Handsome dude, clean cut dude, really nice shape, calves that I'll forever be jealous of. It's Barack. So if anyone has a dark horse at this show, meaning a guy that not a lot of people have placing very well at the show and is going to come out of nowhere, I think it's going to be Barack. And like you said, Phil and Aleem, I think he's going to expose a lot of guys for their conditioning, which is, the judges love that more than anything.
I like what you said about his calves. You need to coin that. What'd you call it? The forever
jealous calves.
Forever jealous
calves. Yeah, I love that. The forever jealous calves.
The FJC. We're gonna
FJC. He's got those FJC calves. Yeah, FJC. He's got the FJC. I love it.
Let's bring, boys. I want to bring it over to Asia, and I believe this is China. Li Jinbo. I think that's a Chinese flag. Red flag with the gold star. I should know. I've been talking about this guy for freaking forever. It is okay. 3-time Olympian, 2022, 2024, 2025. And this guy is freaky. He is so freaky and he has such a fun look. One of the best chests in the division. One of the best shapes in the division. Another guy who can pull off that Superman look. He's been updating like crazy. Gaff, I'm going to go to you first. You're seeing the abs look absolutely wild. Look at the control on the leg raises. Boom, boom, boom. 20,000 almost likes. Gnarly chest, veins going everywhere. He's doing a show. I don't know what show he's doing, but he looks like he's a few weeks out. What do you think about Li Jinbo? This will be the first time that you've spoken about him, and I want to hear it.
Bro, Bo has feathered triceps. He's got feathering all over. This guy is like a dove. I mean, he's got feathers for days, duck-like feathers. I mean, feathers everywhere on his muscle tissue. Grainy, straight grainy, like, you know, that really, really hardcore sandpaper that you buy from Home Depot. That, you know, you got to take some paint off. That's what this guy's graininess looks like. I mean, it is just freaking abnormally grainy and vascularity for days. I mean, he's got veins. I mean, you could literally inject anywhere right there. Like you want the pec, you want the delt, you want the forearms. Like what do you want? Bicep? Like I got veins everywhere. You know, veins probably coming out of his nose right there. The guy is just looks incredible. What I like is that his traps aren't ridiculous, right? So he maintains the men's physique look, but has like a classic physique vibe with the graininess and the vascularity and all, but he maintains a men's physique look. Let's see what he looks like right here when he goes into this back pose. I mean, he even sets it up kind of like he's doing a classic physique. But he's got nice wide lats. I like the shape. It's not bad. I think he wins in the front shot. Chest is full. Pecs are full. Yeah, that's a nice shot. Nice lats right there. He made him come out a little bit more like right here. He needs to just continue to contract those lats or keep them wide. Not necessarily contract them, but keep them wide. But he looks good, man. I like him. And I like these controlled abs right here. I mean, I love doing these. These to me, these and these with like straps to your legs and a cable, a cable machine, or having like a weight between the legs and doing these are great. One of my favorites. And also doing a incline bench sit up with a resistance band behind me attached to something to pull me back as I go forward is also a great ab exercise that I love to do. This guy knows how to work his abs. He is totally peeled. Love the look. What you guys got? What you got, Phil?
I've got to shout out my man Yoda Hill again, because when you're getting the attention of one of the best coaches in the world, if you go back to that hanging leg raise video, not the other one, that one there. Second comment, Neil Yoda Hill is keeping his eyes out on this guy. Now, I don't know if he's working with him or if Yoda just came across him and he's impressed, but if you're impressing one of the best coaches in the world, you're doing something right. This guy is a freak, to your point, Hart. This guy, I don't know what show he's competing at. To what we were saying before, we know Ben's doing a Japan show in a couple of weeks' time. This guy looks like he could be a couple of weeks out. He could easily jump on stage in a couple of weeks. So could he be up against Ben Quill at that Japan Pro? Time will tell when the roster comes out. But I like the look of this guy as well. I don't want to say his name because we've got a bad reputation of not saying Chinese names correctly on this show. Lee Jimbo. Right. We can't mess that one up. So he's got to be. I mean, I don't know. I don't think he's an Olympian, but if he isn't,
three-time, Phil. Three-time.
He's a three-time. Mm-hmm. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Yeah, he's three-time Olympian. Yeah.
Wow. Well, he's definitely got the look and he's got the shape and he's got the structure to be be on that Olympia stage. So, yeah, got to keep our eyes out on this guy over the 2026 season because I really want to see what he looks like with a bit of tan on, some improvements to his physique, the board shorts. Maybe hopefully he's got the manifest board shorts on, but. Yeah, looking forward to seeing. Absolutely. Looking forward to what this guy looks like and what he brings to stage in 2026.
Hey, Hart, what have you noticed in terms of his changes, just real quick, with Lee Jimbo? What have you noticed over the past few years that has come up on him to make him more of a threat this year than he has been in the past Olympias?
I'm seeing a few more veins that I didn't recognize from last year, and I know Steve Weinberg would appreciate that. No, you know what? I would say the back looks better. The back looks a little bit better. And that's a hard change to make for some guys. And I think a lot of that has to do with their training style and their mind and muscle. But his back does look better. It looks thicker and it does look wider. He's always had a really nice silhouette from the back because he has such a small waist. Another reason why he can hit that Ryan Terry pose, that Superman pose. You got to have a small waist for that. He hits this beautifully. Chest has always been amazing. Where he's come up for me, I would say I noticeably different in the back when it comes to thickness and width. And that's exactly what he needs, because he's a guy, like you said, he's a guy like Brandon. Like, not too many dudes are beating this dude from the front. The chest stays full of shit with the arms, with the lat spread. I mean, it's there. Just freaky. Just super, super freaky. Look at is that not a beautiful shape that he has with the lats and everything? Impressive. I mean, this guy, he should have millions of followers. This guy is unreal to me. But yeah, beautiful question, Liam. Thank you for that. Last guy of the day, Andrei Deiu. Man, we've been missing each other in the DMs about our interview, but we'll get it rocking, Dayu. Aleem, I'll throw it over to you first. Andrei Deiu, I love when he uploads 2-3 weeks out of shows, because no one breaks the internet like Andrei Deiu. And here he is again, looking unreal. I'm talking 140,000 likes, not views, likes. The most popular man in all of men's physique, about 6 million followers. A guy that we love his physique, but we love him even more for how he handles himself off the stage. What do you think of this?
First, I want to look at the comments and the likes and make sure that my wife didn't get in on any of that. So that's
real.
Right? Like,
for real.
Hey, you better not. Like, we're all checking, right? We're all checking to make sure our ladies didn't jump on that. No, seriously. I mean, Andrei is just a dope dude, man. Like, my biggest concern is, just making sure he doesn't get too big for the show, because he's just genetically so gifted. He can pack muscle tissue on like no one else. I mean, this guy can literally say, overnight, I want a back and have a back. Overnight, I want a chest. I can have a chest overnight. Like, anything he wants, he can basically just talk to the muscle, and the muscle listens and just does it and grows. So, love him, but I love his shape. Number one thing I love about Andrei is that he looked himself in the mirror. He took the constructive criticism, changed his posing, and now shows his physique off beautifully. I mean, he has one of the best posing routines that's out there. When it comes to comparisons, he hits it every time the same way all the time. The back pose, the front pose, the transition. He hits it correctly every single time. Super lat pull down right here. Love this machine. He's crushing it. Lower lats, the width, everything coming together with this machine. It's beautiful to see. What do you guys think?
Andrei gets me excited every single time I jump on my social media. He's always uploading something new, whether he's living just a life, he's living the lifestyle that a lot of people maybe strive to live. He's living in Dubai. He's doing the work. He's training. He looks amazing. He's got the most followers on social media, most men's physique followers in the men's physique division, I should say. But yeah, he made me eat my words a couple of weeks back, because one thing that I did say was I was worried about his mentality when he went to Thailand. But every single time I jump on social media, this guy just gets better and better and better. And very similar to what I said about Eman, this guy is not scared to show people why he's one of the favorites at this show. He knows that people are they're on his tail. They're wanting to beat him. They want to get placed better than Andrei at this show. And this guy's letting them know that, hey, I don't think you're going to be in arm's distance with me. So, yeah, I love the look. To your point, Aleem, I do think if he continues to put on size, he may get too big for the division. But, I don't think it's a problem right now, and I'm just going to focus on the now for the time being. And to your point again, in terms of the posing, he definitely has fixed up his posing. He's taken the criticism on board and he's fixed it, So, yeah, he's an exciting man to watch, an exciting man for a lot of men's physique fans around the world to see in a couple of weeks' time. Hart, what do you reckon?
I reckon I would love to see this guy shock everyone and win the damn thing. I don't think there'd be a lot of people upset if we saw Andrei Deiu win. Again, just because for all these years, how he's conducted himself online, whether it's hate or love or what he's been going against, you never see this guy talking shit. You won't find it. You can't find it. Just like you can't find an ounce of fat on him right now, you will never see him not holding himself to that Ryan Terry standard. And that's why I love Andrei Deiu. Dayu, we're 3 weeks out. Millions of people are rooting for you. I know Aleem, I know Phil. We're all rooting for you as well. And we cannot wait to see. Aleem is going to be in the building. Be sure to give my guy a hug. And that's it. That's another OTS, gentlemen.
Hey, he needs to get on our show and stop playing. I just want to put that out there one more time. I know you said it, but he needs to stop playing, get on this show. Too much DMs going back and forth.
I'm a DM him right now. We were just talking today.
Andrei, you are live right now on the show being DM from Hart McGrath. Stop playing, bro. We got the time. Let's go.
Phil, here it is. I'm recording for Andrei.
Andrei, we've been going back and forth in the DMs, wanting to get you on the show, man. Let's get you on 3 weeks before the Arnold. I know we want to get you on board. I know there's a lot of fans that want you on the show as well. So let's make this thing happen ASAP, brother.
Get on the show. Get on the show. Let's do this, baby.
Love you, bro.
Love you.
Boys, what an episode.
Wow. That was
3
fun.
weeks. 3 weeks out. It's exciting times, boys. How you boys feeling?
Good. Amazing.
Awesome.
Feeling amazing. Hey, that Ryan and Amy Terry Valentine's Day interview that we dropped. Woo!
Go check that out. Got to.
What love. That's impressive. The champ dropped some gems. Especially being in a relationship, the two of them, just that relationship that they have. Wow. Amazing.
Maybe we can link that.
Check it out.
We can link that video somewhere on the screen or in the description below. If you haven't checked it out, guys, go check it out. And while you're there, if you did enjoy this episode, you've made it to the end, we want to see the horde to continue to grow. 3 weeks before the Arnold Classic Ohio, we've got some very big things happening in 2026, and we want you to be a part of it. So if you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button, hit the bell icon to be notified every single time an episode goes live. Also, make sure to take a screenshot of today's episode, put it on your Instagram story, tag the Men's Physique Show official, Hart McGrath, Aline Bolton, Philip Maselli. We'll reshare that on our stories. And last but not least, a special thank you to the guys who are powering the show, all of our sponsors, Manifest Board Shorts, ProSeek, Huge Supplements, Kippy, Dr. Campbell at the Center of Wellness and Pain Care. Check out all their links in the bio below with all the discount codes. We've got a couple of new discount codes as well, guys. So just keep your eyes out for that one. And other than that, boys, and the rest of you guys watching this one, enjoy the rest of your day, your night, your evening, your afternoon, whatever time it is. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.